Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to your team meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, introduce
Are we on?
always.
Yeah, where is it located?
It's in the corner.
Back on the chair.
Oh, back on the chair. So that big basket up there, there's peaches. Peaches, grab a peach. The Jean Grecos have a peach tree in their backyard and they left for Italy. Well, the peaches were basically ready, so grab a peach, please.
Some might be a little overripe.
Fair warning.
Nothing, they're good, but they're great.
All right.
They're really good peaches, like anything of a little leaf.
Swing it.
Yeah, good stuff. So we gotta ring the gong and get this meeting started. So welcome. We have so much to go over. We have our celebration. Obviously, it's bold purple. I don't wear this hat every day for those that are at a team meeting for the first time. So normally I get my hair colored purple. And I had an appointment last week, Wednesday, to add the purple, but I was home with COVID, so I could not go get my hair colored purple. So I'll have to make up for it next year. So we have some welcomes, quick events, production awards from August, and then Charlie's gonna come up, and then we have Dennis coming on, our bold coach, and then we're gonna get bold. So let's just first start with a welcome. We would like to welcome Jeff Brown. Not Braun, say it with me, Brown. So we've got Jeff right here. You want to say hello? Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Welcome.
Jordan.
Jordan. Hi. Sean.
Hello.
And then we've got 3 other agents. So a little bit about them. So they are located in Union Grove.
You forgot Amy.
Oh, Amy, sorry. Well, Amy's, yes, she started here already, and so she's down the block from them, so she's gonna work out of that office. But, so Jeff, do you wanna come up and just maybe share a little bit about who you are and?
He's like,
Okay. You sure? Come on.
Make more You gotta wear a hat.
You wanna share?
I've been doing this since 1981.
Whoa.
21, and bought an ERA franchise, then went, did appraisal work for a couple of years and got back in as independent, then bought a Help Yourself franchise. And then got back independent. And Sean is, so that's me.
So Union Grove location, so it's gonna be powered by our office, so the branding still would be there because really Brown Realty Group has been around for many, many years and they're very well known in the area. So this gives us an opportunity to attract Racine agents, Kenosha agents, so anybody that you know in that area. Even though we're sticking with the branding of Brown Realty Group powered by Keller Williams Milwaukee Southwest, they can still come on as an individual agent, right? And so it's to keep the branding and then who knows what it will transition to. So we will have an open house so that you guys can come and check out the location. What is the date?
The 6th of October.
6th of October. And so just save that date for now, a little ribbon cutting. And for any agents that are in that area, so if you're in, Burlington, whatever, you're out in, is it Waterford? Waterford. We will eventually put a courier system in place. We've got some logistics we're working through, but it's just a really good opportunity for us to have exposure south of the freeway. So welcome.
Thank you.
Did you have anything to add, Sean?
Absolutely not.
Okay, awesome. So welcome, we're glad to have you. We also have a newer agent. We are welcoming Colleen. Is she here today? So welcome, Colleen. I don't see her, but we'll welcome her. We also have Dan Nye, if you knew who he was at Shore West and he recently joined us, so welcome him as well. Some quick save the dates. So agent appreciation event taking place on September 20th. You should have all received an email, A+ Mortgage. So you'll want to save that date. And then we do still have room for Train the Presenter, which is taking place on the 14th and 15th, Wednesday and Thursday. So if you are looking to take on a leadership role, you teach, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You lead anything in your world, whether that's at church or anywhere, this is a great thing to be a part of. We have outside trainer coming into place. You're not required to do both days. If anybody's interested and has not registered, come and see me. Okay, so how about we just tell you that? So.
It's also good for talking to your clients.
Yep. All right, so we have our awards. So just a reminder for our August awards. This is how we give awards in the KW world. It is based on gross commission income as well as units. So here we go. We have a new award, you guys. It's called the Home Run Award. Was anybody here back in the day when we used to do home run? Yeah? Okay, anybody who takes all three. So it's a contract written, a contract closed, and a listing. So you have to have all three in order to qualify in 1 month. Here's the interesting part. We don't know that you have written a contract unless you submit it to Command Opportunities. And we all know that our listings are due within 7 days and listings are due in 48 hours. And our listings are due, our accepted offers in 7 days. You're gonna wanna get them in now. You're gonna wanna get them in now so that you are on this list. So check it out.
It's 10 days.
Check out this list. So we've got Alex and Allison, we've got Alex, Allison, Andrea, we got Andrew, all these people, all three. And we have another screen. So congratulations for our home run winners. That's pretty awesome. Our top 15 gross commission income, starting at the top in alphabetical order. Nate Ingles, Angelique, we got the Jean Greckles, that's why they're in Italy. James Kirkeberg, Jay Kirkeberg, we got Dana, Terry, Allison, Alfredo, Ben, Lisa, Sarah. Binders at class, we have Dan Schmidt, and we have the Smiths. So congratulations. For August, these are the people you want to hang around with. You're wondering who to shadow, check them out. We got Lifetime, we got Kirkeberg, Reliance, Dana, Mindright, Schmidt, Team Smith. We have Nate Engel, Sarah Cap, Simplified, Ben Murphy, Allison Mar, Angelique, Rebecca, Terry Lewis. I'm going really fast because we have a lot to cover today, you guys. And we got Shina Yang, so congratulations, you guys. Top closed volume for individuals. Look at the top. I haven't seen Dana up there before. Congratulations, Dana. And then we have Nate, Sarah, Ben, Allison, Angelique, Rebecca, Terry, Shina, Peter, and Tim Sitters. Teams with just two licensees. So Reliance, Schmidt Group, Team Smith, Team Packard, and Callis. Congratulations. We have our groups, which is 3 licensees or more. We have Lifetime, we have Krickerberg, Mindright, Simplified, and Level Up. Congratulations. All right, here we go, guys. Process this. If you have any questions, ask Allison. Do not kill the messenger. We do the best that we can. That's right. So, individuals, we got at the top, Nate, look at him bringing it up there. Sarah, Pat, Allison, Terry, Rebecca, Ben, Dana, Peter, Carrie, Angelique. We have Steph Sosa. We have Alex Dinamarca, Mandy, take a picture, that's right. Shina, we got Phil, Nicole, Danielle, Jen, Catherine, Amy, and Sue Arnold for individuals. We got our Reliance, Team Packer, Baumgartner, Schmidt, 1120, Callis, the Gepper Group, Father Daughter, Team Smith, and CGR. Just 3 licensees or more. We have the great top. We got the Krickerberg, the Lifetime, Mindright, so we kind of level up. Woo-hoo. Thank you very much. Check out, it is about the units. It is about the units, but check it out. You guys want to learn efficiency? Sarah Papp, our compliance broker, like hello, individual, 40 units. Nate Ingles, Allison Marr, Terry Lewis, Rebecca Fed, and then we have our teams, Reliance, Team Packard, and Straight Group, Callis, the Baumgart Partner Group. We have the Krickerbergs at 130. Lifetime contract, you guys are level up. Woo. Take a breath. All right, so I had to do that quickly. Okay, Charlie. So here's the deal. We don't, what time is our coach coming on? 12:30?
He may be on now.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring Charlie up. And Charlie and I talked about the market and what we foresee coming. And he said, you know what, Kim, do I have your permission to be spicy? And so I said, all right, you can bring the spice. So I am warning you ahead of time. I've got Mr. Spicy
No.
here. Didn't ask me.
So the context to it is, first of all, I've never presented in front of the group before. And so you don't know me and I don't know you. And there's gonna be a learning curve to the process of me getting to know this group's style and their environment and culture, and for you guys to get to know my style and culture and environment. And I look at things just for perspective. I spent 10 years in a different life before I got into real estate, and I was in strategy and consulting. And in my life in strategy and consulting, I looked at data for a living to tell stories in order to advise clients as what they should do with their business, right? And so I view my job in terms of how I support Kim, Michelle, and the rest of the team is, how do we get people to think? Because if we get people to think, it will create different action items. Okay, so I'm going to set up a story for you. And it's not so much a story as it is utilizing data to help you understand what's going on in the market. The reason why I utilize data is this: data removes subjectivity and emotion from decision making. Just as if you do with your clients, you bring CMAs to the table and they think their home is worth 500,000, you say, well, it's only worth 300,000, and how do we find the middle gap? Right, 375. So I'm going to share with you some of the insights I'm seeing within the data set, which is what I plan to bring to you on a very regular basis, right? On a once a month, twice a month kind of basis, but then also help you so you can make good decisions with your time, energy, and money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So before we jump into it, and because it is awards, I want to break down two things for you before we get started. First, you have to understand this: the market is deceptive. Okay? Here's what I know. Units are down in the market, yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay. And yet volume is where? Up. So what does that mean for agent incomes? And what does that tell you? Agents are getting fat on the hog. Okay. What you have to understand is some people, their units may be down, but their incomes are going up. And so what happens is they're not actually changing their activities because they're like, everything's hunky-dory. I'm making plenty enough money. Case in point, across all Academy Milwaukee offices, right? And I like to utilize across all 5 locations. So this includes Prestige. In August, we paid out $5.9 million in gross commission incomes. That was up 13% in August versus this year versus last year. Year to date, we've paid out $42 million in gross commission incomes. Okay, that's up 11% this year versus last year. That's awesome. Like seriously, it's an impact on your lives, and the money that what you're doing is showing up on your balance sheet. That's fantastic. Now, let's take a look at profit share. Profit share in the month of August, we're going to pay out $71,000, almost $72,000 on September 21st. Okay, that's up 15% this year August versus last year August. And my theme of today's meeting is life is about choices. Okay, life is all about choices. You either choose to participate or you choose not to participate. Totally cool. There's nothing mandated or required of you to do it. But here's what I know. We're going to pay out $72,000. People are either going to participate in the profit share opportunity or they're not. And that's totally cool. By the way, we'll pay out close to $600,000 for the year through August. Again, life is about choices. So let's take a look at the choices that you have to make as it relates to what it means for your third and fourth quarter and how you're going to set yourself up for 2023 in order to have success, right? Because here's what I know. There's a lot of chaos and there's a lot of noise within the marketplace. And when there's a lot of chaos and there's a lot of noise, people don't usually make very sound decisions. Okay? My job is to help you cut through the clutter to understand what is to make of the market so that you don't see chaos and that you understand it, and think clearly in order to act on behalf of your clients in a clear manner. Does that make sense? Cool. So I'm gonna jump into something that they talked about this a little bit at Mega Camp. Okay, and here's what you have to understand. I'm only gonna go through a few slides that touched on this at Mega Camp. But I want to help you understand my perspective at looking at the data. And now, mind you, this is a 2 to 3 hour presentation that I'm going to truncate down for you in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, here's what you need to understand. Annual home sales, okay? And this is going back to 1990. This is 30 years of data. What you need to understand is from 2002 to 2006, we had one of the most robust residential real estate markets. We sold 32 million homes. Okay, that was the buildup over the course of 5 years. 32 million units. Now, if you look at over the course of the next 5 years, sorry, I'm just going to move this. If you look over the course of the last 5-year run that we've been on, it's 27.4 million homes. Okay. History repeats itself. So you have to understand the perspective of the history in order for you to advise your business moving forward as you plan 2023. Okay, it's 27 million units. What do you notice? We're projecting a 6.1 to a 5.1. Okay, that's about an 18% decrease in units for 2022. Now, when you look back at this and you say, interestingly enough, we saw the same decrease of our 5-year period. In over 2 years, the business essentially went from 7 million down to 4 million overnight. It's a 40% decrease in units in a 24-month period. Okay. In 07, it was down 23%. In 08, it was down 37%. Okay, so now we're coming up on a 5-year period. What does this look like and how is it showing up within the marketplace? Again, eyes wide open to understand what you need to change within your business in order for you to earn the income you desire to create the life by design. Now, let's take a look at home sales on a monthly basis. Stay with me here and I'll help you understand what this slide is telling you. If you see down below, the orange graphs are 2020, the purple graph is 2021, the teal graph is 2022. Okay, National Association of Realtors every single month at the end of the month based on the trends tells us where they think the year is going to end from a projection standpoint. Okay, and so if you look back here in January over the last 3 years, right, they were predicting that we would sell about 6.5 million units across the US. Okay, that was coming off a year where we sold 6.7 million units. Again, this is projection on an annual basis beginning in January. Okay, in February, they brought that projection down, right? And what happened in February? You have 2 major impacts. One is when inflation took off, and 2, you had geopolitical conflict. Russia invades Ukraine, China's trade wars go a little nuts. Okay, so if you look at February, February is where we started to see macroeconomic forces at play that are going to start to impact our environment. So they lowered projections, and through July, they went from starting in January, they projected 6.5 million units. As of July, they're predicting 4.8 annual units. Okay, that's about a 20% decrease in the matter of 6 months. Okay, again, perspective is important in order for you to get clarity as to where we're headed. Yet, many of the factors are massively different from 2008. So let's take a look at just a few factors. First of all, this is why the #1 reason why the market's deceptive and why agents' incomes continue to rise. Home prices on an annual basis. The yellow line is a 4% long-term average. If home price appreciation continues on a 4% average, again, going back from 1990 all the way to 2022, you'd see if it was just a 4% average increase, we'd be at 343. Now, mind you, home appreciation did not increase at a 4% rate. It exceeded it from 04 to 08, but then we had 13 years where we lost it for it to recover. And in the matter of 2 years is when it exceeded the 4% annual appreciation rate over history. Okay? The reason this is important is, like many of you have probably heard, it's like Econ 101. It's supply and demand. Okay? Ton of supply. We had a unicorn situation, low mortgage rates. really strong capital markets. So there was a strong demand sense factor to the marketplace. Okay, then what happened in 2022? Gustavo, what did we see?
Rates went up, sorry.
Rates went up. Okay, so the yellow line here is the 30-year fixed mortgage rate on a month-by-month basis going back to January of 2020 all the way to July of 2022. You can see the increase in interest rates, but what do you also notice? The purple graphs are what? Median home price appreciation. So despite the fact that we had increasing interest rates, we also had increasing appreciation. Again, Econ 101, supply and demand. Okay. Now, this is the most important slide for you to understand in terms of providing clarity to your clients to help them feel good about the decision-making process they're about to have. Okay. And this is whether they want to buy or sell. The number one line I always use with everybody is time in the market beats timing the market. Okay. Every single market in the history of time has corrected itself in 5 years. Time in the market beats timing the market. Okay. The reason why I'm continue to be very bullish about the macro environment of the residential real estate economy is this. The orange line is unemployment. The blue bar graphs are available jobs within the US. Okay, you have an inverse relationship that's happening. You have available jobs in the US continuing to increase. We've heard about it, you hear about it in the service industry, you hear about it all over the place, that there's so many jobs and not enough people to fill them. And yet what's happening? Unemployment rates going down. Mind you, remember, a 4% unemployment rate across the US essentially means that we have a gainfully employed economy. Okay? The good news is this gap is what will keep the housing industry afloat for the next couple of years. And yet, we're starting to see the impact that everything is going on a macro environment in terms of units going down, units going down, units going down. And how are you paid?
Units.
Units. Agents control their units, the market gives you volume. Right? The agents control their units, the market gives you volume. And yet, there's one interesting little fact in here that I don't think enough people are paying attention to. NAR membership, and change out NAR with GMAR. There are more licensed real estate associates right now chasing a unit than ever before. So you have the highest amount of licensed individuals with transaction volume going down. What does that mean on a per agent productivity? Less. Per agent productivity is less, or it's going down. Okay, so what I'm trying to help you understand is this. It's twofold. One, I'm a firm believer that the macro economy is still healthy. Supply and demand factors will still help us raise it up. The problem is the competition for each individual deal is only going to get tougher. So let's take a look at our local metrics. Okay, in one slide. Here's Milwaukee Metro MLS going back to February of 2022. Sorry, southeastern Wisconsin. It's the 5-county metro area. February of 2022 versus February of 21. Okay, you got to look at this in two factors. The top two are your lead metrics. Everything that leads to future closings. Everybody in this business likes to measure success based on closed units or closed volume. What happens once the deal is closed?
You're out of work.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Zach Shibley. Right? So the only thing that really matters are your lead metrics. So if we look at the trends of the lead metrics of what's going on within our industry, and we know that agents control our units, what I did here was I correlated the blue boxes correlate to the blue boxes. The yellow boxes correlate to the yellow boxes. So let's take a look. February listings taken were down 4. March closed units were down 3. Interesting. March listings taken were down 17. April closed units were down 14. May down 11. June closed units were down 15. Now, July was down 16 on listings taken, down 11% on buyer contracts written. Right? Sorry, let's jump to June. June was down 23 on listings taken, buyer contracts down 16. July closed units were down 20. Okay? July down 16 on listings taken, down 11 on buyer contracts written. What showed up? August, closed units were down 14. So if you look ahead to say, listings taken were down 28% in August and down 20% on buyer contracts written across the Metro MLS, where do you think September is gonna end up?
25.
Yeah, like down anywhere between plus or minus, 20 to 25. Okay, and we're also looking at it and saying there are more licensed associates across southeastern Wisconsin than ever before. Huh. So as you're looking down into first quarter of 2023, what does this mean?
We're gonna have less agents next year.
Potentially.
It didn't happen in
Well.
08, 09.
Well,
Have to work hard.
I don't think attrition's bad.
Yeah.
The question is are you going to be a part of the attrition or are you going to be a part of the group that sticks it through and makes a great income from this business? Okay, so let me help you understand the time about which we are entering. Okay, this is an energy dial. This is cyclically based on the seasonality of the business in southeastern Wisconsin. Here's what you need to know. We're right now in fall cleanup. Okay, if you missed your first, second, and third quarters, there's not enough business to be had in the fourth quarter for you to make up your year. Start focusing on next year today. Okay, you're in fall cleanup. What does this mean? You have to clean up your database. And your database is broken down into two things. You have your leads, right? People you don't personally know, but you have to document who they are and how to get a hold of them. And everybody is a lead, yes or yes?
Yes.
Does everybody need a place to live?
Yes.
So everybody is a perfect. Now, contacts. Your database has leads and your database has contacts. Your contacts are who likes you, who knows you, who cares about you. How are you setting up your contacts to be fed value every single day? Okay, we're in fall cleanup. You should be cleaning up your databases now. We're about to enter into winter renewal. And to be honest with you, if you study anybody in the top 25, the difference between those that are in the top 25 in the Metro MLS and the rest of the bottom 4,500 agents is this. It's the winter. Because how many people do you see that take off November 1st till about January 15th? They don't do anything. And then all of a sudden they're hustling and bustling, come March, April, May to make up for what they took off for, right? Separation is in the preparation beginning in October/November. Okay, and here's what you need to know. This is where top agents shine. They bring people together to create connection to their brand and reputation. They're investing in their brand and reputation during the holidays. They're not ignoring their database and they're putting gas in their cars. Because then what happens is their business is being set up. They'll pick up a few pieces of business January, February. Their business then is being set up to take advantage of the spring and summer explosion. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, March to September is when 65% of the residential real estate transactions happen in southeastern Wisconsin. 65% happen between March and September. Newsflash, if you don't hit your first quarter, you can't make it up in the fourth quarter because there's not enough business to be had in the fourth quarter to make up for what you missed in the first quarter. Something to think about as we're talking about trends that are down 20 to 30%. Okay, so we're entering into a period where you have a choice to make, and life's all about choices. And I'm going to use data to help you understand choices you could make in order to protect your business heading into first quarter of 2023. Okay, let's take a look at the stories. By the way, I'm going to hammer this with about 20 agent stories, and this is going to get old really fast, but here's what I know. You have to hear something 9 times before it sticks. Okay, this is also a group of agents, a cross section across all of Milwaukee, right? So you're seeing North Shore names, you're going to see Lake Country names, you're going to see Southwest names, because I want to show you that what you can choose to invest in doesn't matter where you do your business, and it doesn't matter the time of year in which you do it. Okay, so let's take a look at this story. So this person, 80% of their team took bold last year, October, November, and December, 80% of their team. Okay, they invested their time, energy, and money. What showed up? Units were up 12%, volume was up 42% in the first quarter of 2022. Okay, who would this person be? It just happens to be the #1 agent for the last 5 years across Metro Milwaukee MLS. Jay Schmidt's team, 80% of his team, it's a requirement, they have to take bold. Okay, but there's a few cautionary tales, so let's take a look at some cautionary tales. This agent said they were too busy to take bold. You know what, I'm killing it in the third quarter, I don't need bold, been there, done that, I've heard it all, the same stories. Okay, what showed up in the first quarter, anybody know what that is?
Who's a-
That's a goose egg. What happens with a goose egg? You didn't get paid, right? 4-to-1 results were a goose egg. So they had a reality check and said, you know what? I need to invest my time, energy, and money. What showed up, their first quarter was up 600% in units and up essentially 1.7 million% in volume. Pretty good results. That was Sarah Reardon. And oh, by the way, you can see what it's done in a down environment, the momentum she's gained. Business is up nearly 50%. Okay, let's take a look at another example. They invested their time, energy, and money in the fourth quarter, or third and fourth quarter, October, November, December. Guess what showed up? Units were up 9%, volume was up 13%. Who is this? Oh, the number 2 agent in all of Metro MLS. 100% of their team took bold last year. Okay. Again, speed of the leader, speed of the pack. Now, let's take a look at this agent. This agent was too busy last fall. I can't invest my time. I'm way too busy, this, that, and the other. Guess what showed up? First quarter, their business was down 50% in units. Their volume was down 38%. And from this point forward, I'm not going to call out the people's names. However, some of the people who are down that I utilize as examples are sitting in this room or associated to this market center. Okay, here's what you need to know. This group took bold last year. What happened? Their first quarter units were even, volume was up 15% in a market that was down during the first quarter. That was Stalley Realty Group. Mandatory for their team to take bold. Last year, they were the 4th largest team in the MLS. Speed of the leader, speed of the pack. Okay, let's take a look at this person. This person was too busy. What happened to their business? First quarter was down 18% in units, volume was flat. Okay, let's take a look at this person. They took bold last fall. They invested their time, energy, and money. Their units were up 250%, 257%. Their volume was up 244% in a market that was, thank you, Karen Trimble, her team. Okay, now, they made the investment in this fall. They had 62% of their total year the following 5 months. The next fall, they were too busy. The next 5 months, they had 2 deals, had 16,000 in GCI, and their business was down 82%. Next person, they invested their time, energy, and money. Their units were up 13% in first quarter of 2022. Their volume was up 49%. That was the Krickenberg group. They had 100%. Jay James, did you have 100% attendance at Bold last year?
No.
75%?
Yeah.
Okay, 75%, still not bad on a big book of business. Now, you may be saying, that's great, I don't run a team, I'm on a team, or this, that, and the other. Let's get into some individual agents. Again, this is gonna sound crazy. I am purposely showing you about 80% of the total volume that was in Bold last year and the results that they had. So stick with me. This person made the investment, they had their best year ever. October came around the next year, they said, oh, you know what, I've been there, done that, I got all the tools I need. Guess what happened? January was down 100%, February was down 60%, March was down 38%. Life is all about choices. This person invested their time, energy, and money during a period that they had their best fall ever, but they found the time to do it. First quarter showed up, units were up 17%, volume was up 40%. It was Duvall Group. Next person, investment. They had post Bold, they had 170,000 in GCI. The next 6 months, they were distracted. They had 2 deals for 14,000 in GCI. They made the investment, post Bold, they had 150,000 in GCI. Okay, now we'll get into individual agents. Fall, here you go. They made the energy of invested time, energy, and investment. First quarter was up 167%, volume was up 300%. This was Nate Engels, one of your peers. Okay, let's take a look at another one of your peers. Oh, which, by the way, hold on. I'm just going to show you this quick. Because now the stories start to get good and they're relatable because the scale is relatable. By the way, Nate's business is up 282%. Do you think he used his first quarter to build the momentum for the rest of his year? Yes or yes? And now he had a goal of 50 units and his goal should be 75 units. I keep telling him to level up. Now, this person's sitting in the room right now and I can see him in the back of the room. Okay, took bold last fall, invested their time, energy, and money. Units are up 250%, volume was up 240% in the first quarter. Okay, Ben Murphy. Now, Ben correlated that momentum into the rest of the year, which is business is up 95%. Life is all about choices.
Yeah, he is a baby.
And he's got a baby, no excuses. All right, this person invested their time, energy, and money. Units or volume was up 30%. Terrible. And you can see your business is up 51% in a down market. Okay, I'm gonna hammer this home. I only have a handful more. This person, units are up 40%, volume is up 20%, Klasky Realty out in Lake Country, and her business is up 31%. Okay, this person, again, I'm showing you different levels of production, all the way from 200 million, all the way down to $3 million in production. Doesn't matter who you are, the content, systems, and models works for everybody. Okay, invested their time, energy, and money, units were up 300%, volume was up 900%. This is Betsy Williamson over in Tosa. And by the way, her business is up 113%. Same story, units up 33, volume up 50. This is Dan Wild over in Tosa. By the way, his business is up 25%. And I'm just gonna keep going. Peter P. Units were up 133%, volume was up 273%. And his business is up 25%. His business wouldn't be up 25% if he didn't have that massive an impact in the first quarter. Right? Because guess what Peter P can do? Sell. But Peter P can go at the holidays, he can invest time in his relationships instead of worrying about his income because he made his income in the first quarter. Right? Next one, best year ever. By the way, this individual spent 45 days abroad in a third world country. Annie Jerzyk. One of the other examples I gave, Dan Wild, spent 60 days in Costa Rica. Best year ever, business is up 25%. Okay, here's what I need you to hear or know. Bold is back, and despite what you think of it, how many times you've taken it, whatever it is that you think about it, and trust me, I've taken it 7 times, I have preconceived notions as to what it is. I don't really care for sitting there every week for 6 hours. I don't. It drives me nuts. And it's near impossible that you can make any sort of argument with me that the data doesn't support the investment of your time, energy, and resources. You can't, okay? Here's what you need to know. It's gonna be on Wednesdays this fall. October 11th, which is a Tuesday, is the first date, all the way through December 7th. And it's gonna be hosted at the Zoo Conference Center, 15 minutes from here, maybe not even 15 minutes from here. Centrally located right off the highway, okay? $799, and I want to correlate an idea for you. How many people here like to gamble? Okay. Okay, you like to gamble. Let me ask you this. If you just look through the 20 examples I gave you, and I were to say, hey, you know what? You know, the average person saw anywhere between a 50 to 100% return, right? And say, hey, you know what? Alex, I'm gonna give you $800. Go down to Pato right now and turn the $800 into 80,000. Can you do it?
Took me a while.
And what's the success rate and why could you do it? I mean, seriously, it's a high risk, high reward. I look at this and say, you have an opportunity to spend 7 weeks with an incredibly diverse group of people from all across southeastern Wisconsin, and diversity of thought and diversity of approach is incredibly healthy in a changing market. And there's no denying the impact it has on people's businesses. Whether you've taken it no times to taking it 10 times. There is something about the course that gets people into productivity during the first quarter. Would you agree or no?
Yeah.
It's unequivocal, the impact. And so the reason I use data to tell the story is because I'm not up here to sell you on it. I'm here to give you a choice. Life is all about choices. You either make the choice to take the class, you don't. And if you don't, we have to look really, really hard at how do we help make sure that you're not part of the attrition that's about to happen in this business. Because this business cannot sustain a down 20 to 25% month over month over month for 6 straight months and not expect that people are going to get out. And what's the solution to that? In our So having said all that, I'm flipping it over to Dennis. Dennis is our Bold coach. And Dennis is going to tell you a little bit about the experience you can expect in taking Bold this fall. Dennis, I'm flipping it to you.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Woohoo, let's go registrations. I love that. As Charlie said, my name is Dennis Russell. I'm your Bold coach. So I'm so excited to have the privilege and honor to bring Bold to Milwaukee. A little bit about me and my history. I'm a former captain and pilot in the United States Army. I was also a team leader. And when I was a team leader, my owner profit increased by over 900% in the 4 years I was a team leader. Then I got to become a Bold coach, a MAPS coach, and now actually I'm also the regional director of our powerful North Central region. So I've been to Milwaukee a couple times. I cannot wait to come see you guys again. I have a beautiful bride and I have 2 incredible daughters in college. So a little bit about my Army background. In the Army, we followed a code, mission first, people always. And I've continued to follow that my entire life, even as a Bold coach. So we look at that, all right? How do we get into massive production? That's our mission. And at the same time, grow as people. Well, great thing is Bold was created for this very purpose. All right, now I can see everybody's just looking at me. So we're gonna make this interactive. All right, so by a show of hands, how many people have taken Bold before? Hey, I see someone got the shirt on like me. Look, we got on matching shirts. Look at that, nice, nice. All right, so, okay. So out of all the people who've taken Bold, maybe 1 or 2 of you who'd be willing to share how Bold impacted your life personally, professionally, and financially. Anybody? Don't be shy, it's okay.
What's everybody looking at?
I guess you're going, everybody's looking at you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've taken it ever since I started, which was in 2019. So I jumped in right away, went to the first Bold in October 2019. And I think it's just great. It lifts you up. You get to talk to other people and see what's working with them. And then all the information and training that you get just kind of just keeps you motivated and pushes you forward and shows you new ways to generate business, some things that you've never even thought of. It just comes out.
Wow, love it. That's powerful. And who are you again?
Alex Dinamarca.
Alex, good. Love the hat, man. Cool. Good job, man. You are Bold out today. So based on what Charlie showed you and what Alex just said, can we agree that Bold impacts your life in a positive manner? We can all say yes.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. So let's flip it. Who has never taken Bold before? That's okay. No judgment. It's all right. No judgment. Okay. So here's what Bold is. Bold is a mindset conditioning, coaching, and training program that helps you build your foundational tools for your life and your business. And that allows people to overcome their limiting beliefs. Now, the reason why we talk about limiting beliefs is because the reason that people have not achieved whatever they want to achieve is their limiting beliefs are holding them back. Now, I can tell you right now, you can see that we are going to be interactive. We are going to participate at a high level. I'm going to ask you questions. All right. So let me give an example of a limiting belief. And maybe you guys have had this. I used to have this. I don't like contacting people because I believe I'm bothering them. Who's ever had that feeling before? No judgment. It's okay. Look, are my hands raised? So you can raise your hand too. Are my hands raised? Okay. All right. So let's talk about that for a moment. Let's change the perspective on that limiting belief, because everybody we know, and I think Charlie mentioned this, everybody we know lives somewhere, right? So a lot of those people are going to purchase a home one day in their lifetime. Do we agree with that? You can say yes. Okay, cool, right? Now, for most people, that is going to be the largest financial purchase in their lifetime. And think about it. You got contracts, you got forms, you got inspections, you got contingencies, you got laws, you got all this stuff. Do you think those people might be a little bit nervous about this largest financial transaction of their life?
Yeah.
Do you think, yeah. So do you think they might want somebody who they know, like, and trust to help them with that decision?
Yeah.
So when you're calling people, you're not bothering them. You're calling to help them with the largest financial transaction of their life. And when we talk about Bold, we're going to continue to talk about how we help you make that transition, how you take out that limiting belief. A couple others, I'm too busy to take Bold, and where am I going to get the money to take Bold? Now, we're going to address those two later. However, I just wanted to get into that. So since we talked about what Bold is, let's talk about what Bold is not. It is not a program where you sit back, kick up, lazy legs, and just sit down and listen to an instructor talk for 7 weeks. It is not that. Bold is business objective life by design. It's a system. It's accountability. It's about interacting with each other and active participation at the highest level to give you the results you want in your business that help you live your dream life. Just like Alex said, it's interaction, it's learning. Just like Charlie said, interaction, learning, combining with other people so that what's happening in Bold is greater than the sum of 1 + 1. All right, so I need a little bit of help here. What is your average commission that you make from a transaction? Anybody or everybody?
7,000?
7,000?
Yeah. Go with
Okay,
that.
perfect. All right, so now we're gonna make this personal. Take out a piece of paper, get ready to write this down. What was your goal in units in 2022 at the beginning of 22? What was your goal? You could write it down, it's okay. Like I said, no judgment. So, are you on track to hit your goal? For units, what is your gap? That's where you are now versus where you want to be. And once again, no judgment. We're all friends here. We're all family here. Now we talk about money. Money is only good for the good it can do. So I want you to take that gap, or if you're on track and you're thinking, I'm kind of barely on track, take what you need to have happen the rest of the year and multiply it by that 7,000. That's how much money you're leaving on the table. Don't you believe you deserve that money? What would you do with that money? Think about this. What are you missing out on because you aren't making that money? And how does it feel to not be able to provide that for yourself or your family or your friends? So let's get real for a moment here. Let's just talk turkey. It's almost Thanksgiving. Let's talk turkey here. All right. If you were thinking that the thing you miss out on is the dream vacation, realize the dream vacation happened. It just happened with somebody else's family who sold that house. So you deserve the money. And think how much better it feels when you bridge that gap and you get that money that you deserve. And here's what's great. There's still time. However, if you continue to do what you've always done, you'll continue to get what you've always gotten. We can also say it like this. If you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that's insanity. That's right. And look, like you said it, not me. All right. So here's what Bold is doing right now. The average agent in Bold is getting 11 transactions in a 7-week period. Now that's average. So show of hands, who's average or better?
Well, better.
I'm not seeing a lot of hands going on in the Southwest Market Center over there. Average or better? Hey, who's that guy in the back? Thank you. I'm the guy way in the, thank you for raising your hand. I appreciate that. Okay. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. I want you to take 11 and multiply it by 7,000. And what's that number? 77,000. What would you do with that money? Do those 11 transactions at 77,000, that help you close the gap? As you saw from the graphs that Charlie showed, does that give you massive momentum beginning into the next quarter? And that's what we all want, right? As Gary Keller says in the Shift book, get real or get right. So we got to get clarity right now and get in momentum. So anybody, how much time do we have left in the year?
Transactions to close, you need probably 5 weeks, 6 weeks left.
Oh, somebody didn't fall for the trap. Most people say, oh, we got 4 months left. 3 months, 3.5 months left. Exactly. Exactly. Our pendings have to be in by, at the very latest, the end of November, probably mid-November. Can we all agree on that? That's how much time we have to get into massive action?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go back to addressing those other limiting beliefs about the time and the money. Is it worth finding the time to take Bold if it could generate you $77,000?
Yes.
Yes.
Only 5 people think that's yes? I need to move this. All right. Same thing. If it's $799 and in 2 months it's going to generate you $77,000, is that worth finding the $799?
Yes.
What if it's only half that? What if it's only, I don't know, $37,500 for $799, $37,000? Is that worth it?
Yes.
Okay. What if you go like Charlie and say, and I already heard the answer, so I should get the same answer. You invest the $799 and you just do one transaction, you get back $7,000. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. Okay. So let me tell you a little about when I first took Bold real quick. I'd been in the military, I got out of the military, went into real estate as an investor, had about 45 to 50 doors. Market flipped over on its head, crushed. My business was crushed. Okay, got my license. In 9 months, I had one closed transaction, one. Bold's coming to town. Do you think I have money to take Bold?
No.
Nope. Do you think in my mind, it makes sense to spend a day a week not attempting to find some business because I don't have any business? Well, does that make any sense to cut out a day? Nope. Except I figured it out. I found a way. And let me tell you, Bold transformed my business and my life. My business took off after that. So I'm a huge believer in Bold because I am a product of Bold. Without this program, I wouldn't be here. My office had over 900% growth in owner profit. You know how that happened? Because since I'm a big believer in Bold, I encouraged all my agents to take Bold. My agents took Bold. They were more profitable, which of course made the office more profitable. So if you're feeling my passion, that's why. So we're going to have fun in Bold. We're going to be accountable in Bold. We're going to have lots of interaction, lots of participation in Bold. All right. And we're going to help you transform your business and your life. So quickly, by show of hands, who's ready to level up and sign up today for Bold?
Well, yeah, you already signed up.
And you already signed up. Okay. All right. So Kim is checking everybody out. How many? Wait, hold up. Raise them high so Kim can see.
Hey,
All right. Good.
you already signed up.
All right. So if you got to fill out the registration on the desk or you got to scan the QR code, get with Kim today. Make that happen.
We have a drawing. We're giving
Oh,
away.
you have a drawing, okay.
4, 5, how many? 5 gift certificates for 25% off. That's $200. I think I might need more registration forms.
Yes, I think you do. Good job. More registration form. Woohoo.
I can press more.
All right. So while she's passing those out, look, let me say this. There's no judgment here. If you decide you don't want to take Bold, understand, Bold isn't for everybody. Okay? So let me say this. Bold is only for those who want to increase their business and live their best life. My commitment to you is every week, I'm going to bring the fire, I'm going to bring the energy, I'm going to bring the Bold knowledge, and all you have to bring is desire and a dedication to play all in. And Bold will drastically and dramatically change your life. So I look forward to seeing you October 11th at the free first step to Bold and every Wednesday after that beginning October 26th through December 4th. You guys, thank you.
All have things in them or what?
No,
Oh, okay.
because there's only 5 winners.
So that's it. Life is all about choices. I use data to tell stories so that the data removes subjectivity and
You
emotion.
have to put the hat on when you
Why?
work there. Take a picture of that. Charlie's never worn a hat before.
No, but it's all about choice. And again, if you choose to take Bold and you don't choose to take Bold, totally cool. But if I were to take $800 and turn it into $77,000 overnight, I would say, can I give you, $77,000 and turned to 7.7 million. Like it's a no-brainer to me, but again, life's about choices and you decide what you want to do with it. It's totally cool. I'm just here to help you understand the impact it has on people's lives and what it can do for you in an environment that I think is going to get very, very tough. And we have to be making decisions with our time, energy, and resources as to where to invest them efficiently to see maximized returns with your time, energy, and resources. Make sense? Cool. Guys, I appreciate your willingness to let me come in and just share a few stories with you. My job is to get you to think. So you'll see me on from time to time. We're on team meeting to help you look at where the way the market's working, things that you can be doing differently, providing different resources and different things like that to support you guys to impact the agent experience through your partnership with us. So thank you.
Yeah. How many balloons are there around?
I don't know, is Reggie up there?
Yeah, I need help, because I think there's 20 pass the sheets around. So once you fill out your sheet and you give it to me, or if you're already registered, you get to pop a balloon. So fill it out quickly. So who is already registered? You get to come up and pop a balloon.
Do you want to pop a balloon with my needlepoint pen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 5 $200 gift certificates, so fill out your card.
They either have their winner or not.
Yeah.
I think they're up there.
Good. Are we ready?
$800 off.
Oh, actually, you did win. Read it.
225%.
Save that, put your name on it, because you have to turn that in for your reimbursement.
They don't all have it.
You can't tell. Okay.
I can.
That's Allison's.
Hey, cover your ears.
You want to say no more?
Did you win? I did. Oh, there's only 3 more winners.
My name on this.
Okay. She's got, as soon as you register, bring me your form, and you can pop a balloon. Hi.
Oh, hey, grab some. Do I give this to you?
Sure.
It's like a coupon, right?
Yeah.
Just, I got, yeah.
I wrote it. Yep, hurry up, hurry up. Pop a balloon. Yep.
Any of them.
Take a balloon, pop a balloon. Cool, congrats.
Grab whatever.
Right next to
No, there's not. There's not. Oh, no, there isn't one of those. I don't want to pop that. There we go. Yeah.
Did you win? Did you win?
I won.
What's yours? What's your card?
You won.
Sorry. You're not a big winner.
Okay, for real? Butter update.
Look, there's more over here.
Should be like a word of wisdom.
Congrats. Nope. How many are left?
Hey, Kelly.
There's one on the floor.
Did you pop yours yet?
Oh, wait, right here. Here's one.
So go out and find a different one.
Anybody else?
Is there something?
I don't have any. Because Mark had one that said not, that said sorry. Which is something else. Sorry, Charlie.
I know, right? Are we out of balloons that have things in them?
Oh.
You didn't want some
things. No, because I
We're
only
out of
have 3
balloons that have
winners.
things in them.
There's 2 more winners.
Oh, there's 2 more winners.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
No.
Hey Reggie, does every balloon have something
No.
in it? Oh, well, there's 2 more winners. Yeah, Mark said sorry, maybe that's a misprint. Was that a misprint? No.
That's 2 of us.
There's 2 more winners somewhere.
I won.
Does anybody have their winner coupon? Oh,
I'll take it.
There's a sorry, there's.
All right, anybody else?
Well, I don't know which ones to do.
Okay, this one doesn't.
Is that it?
No.
Ah, no, it said sorry.
So sorry.
Wah, 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 wah. All right,
Yeah, you
any
can take the
questions?
loser too.
There's 2 balloons over there. If you've registered and not popped a balloon, there's 2 balloons over here yet. Max, Zach, go, hurry, go, 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 go. All right, guys, we're out. Oh, 36 times with Scott in the afternoon.